Here are the reasons why Germany might fail at this year's World Cup. Welcome back to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich and German national team content on YouTube. Here are the reasons why I think Germany might fail at this year's World Cup in Qatar. So reason number one, getting right into it, lack of a true number 9. We've obviously seen Bayern Munich struggle in recent games to lack of a true number 9. We've seen this for Germany as well, as no one has really been able to replace Miroslav Klose and former, obviously, Thomas Muller as well. And Germany is without a number 9, while Germany have always had strong players in this position historically. As I mentioned, we look at Muller in the 2010 World Cup with an incredible performance. In 2014 and 2010, we had Miroslav Klose as well. But then we look at kind of right now, even since that tournament, even 2018, 2020, we've lacked that. Our kind of options right now are Werner, Adeyemi, Muller, Havertz, and maybe our best one might be Gnabry at this moment. But none of these players look like favorable options for one of the strongest football nations, especially a nation that's produced such strong strikers in the past. You would honestly expect something much better. Another reason why we might fail at the World Cup is that Germany has struggled to find consistent fullbacks for years now. We've obviously seen temporary solutions have been thrown in, such as Jonas Hector and Theo Kerr, but Bayern might have finally found some suitable options depending on how Germany wants to set up at the back in this World Cup. We look at Robin Gosens, who had a very strong performance at the Euros last summer, but I'm not sure we'll have such luck this year. I think this could go two different ways. I think we might have some fullbacks who can do a great job in kind of getting the role we want, but if they can't really fit in that role and don't plug in how quite we like, it could go very poorly, and that could just throw off our whole defense. Obviously, the backline is so important for us. It's just that we haven't really had consistent players that have got already the practice and the reps in the backline. So I'm just worried, like David Raum, for example. I think he's been spectacular for obviously both club and country, but he hasn't really played enough, in his current Germany team to really get comfortable. And I think the emergence of David Raum and Jonas Hoffman are formidable options, but would require Bayern to play with 3 central defenders. And I don't think that really plays to Germany's strong suits. I think are probably stronger in the midfield, so I'd rather play with just 4 defenders and not 5. So this might be a very, very questionable one. I'm only mentioning this one because I've heard people say this, but the next one will be goalkeeping, which I don't think is an absolute issue at all, but I want to address it. Manuel Neuer has been the clear favorite for Germany's net apart from one shaky season a few years back, but Neuer hasn't exactly been perfect for Bayern Munich this season. With Ter Stegen in excellent form, some would argue to put him in net over Neuer. Although this is a minority of fans that wish to see Ter Stegen in net, I would hope that Flick sticks with one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, if not the best goalkeeper of all time, and someone who is known to show up in the big games and at the big tournaments. For me, Neuer is the clear choice still, and I think changing this could be a fatal mistake. I don't think Ter Stegen is a bad goalkeeper, but I think just how good Neuer is in the big game, and I think we can't let a bit of consistency and maybe a little bit of form right now sway our decision. Manuel Neuer has to be the clear choice. However, if Neuer were to be injured, I think Germany is in very good hands with either Ter Stegen or Kevin Trapp. And lastly, we're going to talk about chemistry and locker room, because I know this is a very, very important one, and I know it all goes down to obviously who we bring to the World Cup, and obviously those kind of extra couple players or extra 3 players we might bring in could completely change the game for us. I know some might not think that, but look at years back of like Mario Götze. He wasn't obviously a starter for us that season, but look at he came in and he obviously scored the World Cup winning goal in 2014. And obviously we're seeing a new generation of talent coming in for Germany. However, there are still strong players such as Mats Hummels who are competing for a spot in this year's squad. Even Hansi Flick hasn't ruled out a return from Mario Götze, which would be a wild one in my opinion. I know he's back in the Bundesliga. I don't see it. I don't think that makes sense either. And obviously we're very competitive in that midfield position like that Cam, so I don't see why he would ever come. I guess Hansi Flick's just trying to motivate him. I don't know. I really hope we do not call Mario Götze up. As kind of nostalgic as that would be, I don't think he has any room in the squad for him. And as strong as the season Hummels is having, obviously he had a great performance against Manchester City. I fear replacing players who have been playing for Germany already could disrupt morale in the squad, and we do not need any personal issues heading into the big tournament. So obviously players like Süle, Schlotterbeck, Rudiger, these are players that have been playing for us, and I don't think coming in and switching them out for a player who's obviously a veteran has done very, very well for us. I don't think that is the right idea. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, Mats Hummels is obviously an exceptional defender still. I think he's very, very good, but I just think maybe it could throw off morale if we bring him in and leave somebody like Schlotterbeck out. I think I don't think it would be Schlotterbeck that would be left out, but if we were to make a decision like that, I think that could be a very, very bad one in the end. And I think we kind of should roll with what's working right now. Maybe this will change after the international break right now, but I think right now we keep with what we have. All being said, I do think Germany is going to have a very, very strong tournament, but if we do have an early exit, I do think these are the reasons that this will happen. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more German national team content like this in the future, please subscribe to this channel. Hope you see you on the next one. Until then, Mia San Mia.